Well, a very good evening, one and all, once again, and welcome to another beautiful, fabulous evening in Band Shell Park. Good to see all of you. Are you all ready to go? Are you all in a patriotic mood here tonight? We're going to get our patriotism on a little bit early tonight because it might be June 30th, but as far as the Ames Municipal Band is concerned, it's July 4th today. Independence Day is going to be rolling around before our next Thursday evening concert, so we will be musically waving the flag here tonight in Band Shell Park with our annual patriotic music program. Every number we bring you will be all American. Tonight, had that little storm front go through this afternoon, but left us in very, very excellent shape for this evening. Just a little, that was just a little dust settling, a little basting for Band Shell Park this afternoon, kind of like a marinade on a good steak. We are ready to go with a great evening. And once again this year, we are very pleased to be able to have the Ames Choral Society under the direction of Mr. Steve Hoyfelt join our program. We already heard them for our pre-concert entertainment. Let's have a big round of applause for the Ames Choral Society. And we will be hearing much more from them coming up this next hour. In fact, coming up in just a couple of minutes. I'm John Burnett Larkins, very pleased as always to be here with you on this stage. And the folks behind me are always very pleased to be on this stage too. They're going to be in the patriotic key tonight. Please welcome, ladies and gentlemen, the members of your Ames Municipal Band. And please welcome the director of the Ames Municipal Band, Dr. Michael Golimo. And that just mentioned Ames Choral Society will now be joining us for an extra special salute to our nation this evening. We ask you to please rise, remove your hats. Veterans and service members, as always, you may perform a service salute at your discretion, and we invite you and urge you to sing along with the Ames Choral Society and all of your friends and neighbors and join your Ames Municipal Band for our national anthem. Normally, we save the John Philip Sousa marches for the grand finales here in Band Shell Park on Thursday nights, but tonight we have a Sousa march to set the pace this evening called the Gallant Seventh. The 7th Regiment of the New York National Guard had one of the best-known bands in the New York City area in the 1920s. Its director had been a cornetist in the Sousa band. This march was a salute to that group. They joined Sousa's band on stage for a performance of it, and it is Sousa's most popular march from the 1920s. And he wrote this march while recuperating from a broken neck he received after being thrown from a horse. This is John Philip Sousa's The Gallant Seventh. little extra Sousa never hurt anybody. Am I right? Did you like that? One of the most challenging times for any nation is when war breaks out, and when it's literally in your own backyard, of course, makes things even worse. So it was with the American Civil War, with Americans fighting Americans. As is common in wartime, it is music that often captures the mood and moments of those most difficult times. Tonight, we bring you some of those selections from the Civil War years in a medley arranged by Claire Grundman. This is music that represents both sides in the war, the North and the South. We will bring you Kingdom Coming, Marching Through Georgia, Tenting Tonight, The Yellow Rose of Texas, The Bonnie Blue Flag, Orly, Dixie, The Battle Cry of Freedom, and we will close it out with the Battle Hymn of the Republic. This is the Blue and the Gray Civil War Suite. All right, how many of you knew that Elvis Presley's Love Me Tender was based on the melody of the Civil War song Orally? How many of you didn't know that but learned it here tonight? Yeah. The things you learn here at the Ames Municipal Band on Thursday nights in Band Shell Park. I tell you, we are very, very happy to have all of you here this evening joining us. And of course, we're always happy to have those of you who are not able to be here in Band Shell Park listen in on the radio, News Talk 1430, KASI. We are live on KASI right now, our radio broadcast partner. And don't forget that you can also hear rebroadcasts of these concerts on KASI Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock. Well, both Richard Strauss and Richard Wagner have been credited with saying the ignominious line, "Never look at the trombones, it only encourages them." So we may never know who actually said it, but it's a great line. It's a great line. The trombone evolved from an instrument in France called the sackbut. There's another bit of interesting trombone history. It was popular in the Renaissance period in France. The name sackbut is derived from the Middle French words sacour and botter, and literally means pull, push. Makes sense. Here's another little trombone fact. Did you know that the Peanuts specials, Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown Christmas, all of those wonderful shows, when the teacher is speaking, that's a trombone, with basically a plunger over the end, acting as a mute. There's no doubt the trombone has a very colorful history. Tonight we're going to salute it and share all that history and color as we spotlight the band's trombone section. Let's say hello to them right now. From your left to right, they are Scott Johnson, Norma Dowell, Ron Furneaux, Shelby Weeks, Pat McFarland, and Janet Lott. Let's give them a big round of applause before they even blow a note, because they are a great part of the Ames Municipal Band. We're going to treat you to some good old-fashioned American ragtime, which was a precursor to jazz. This is called the trombone rag, appropriately enough. Aren't you glad we encouraged the trombones on that one? Yeah. Everybody looking at them. We thanked KASI Radio just a couple of minutes ago, and of course, also another fine broadcast partner, getting it covered on television and streaming video, Ames, City of Ames Channel 12, and the Ames Municipal Band is online anytime you want to see these concerts with the Ames Channel 12 YouTube site. You can bring these up on there. I suggest you do that. You can also catch this concert on TV on Ames Channel 12 tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. and 7 o'clock in the evening. It will never be known exactly what was the inspiration for the American classic Shenandoah, or O Shenandoah. It is thought to have originated with fur traders traveling the rivers of America, including the Missouri River, which was about as far west as anyone dared to venture in those days. Many of these fur traders met Native Americans, and one popular theory of the song's origin tells of a trader who fell in love with the daughter of Chief Shenandoah. By the mid-1800s, the tune had become a popular sea shanty, and it has actually been through many changes over the years, and in fact has no one set of lyrics. If you research it, you'll find quite a few different sets of lyrics out there. No matter the history, no matter what version you subscribe to, it is indeed a classic American song. Here is Shenandoah. Well, for more than 50 years and until his death in 1974, Duke Ellington led his very famous orchestra. Many of the members considered to be the best in the business, and the same could be said, of course, for many of their songs. Interestingly, Ellington did not like to pigeonhole his music, put it in any particular category. He was often more likely to refer to it simply as American music rather than jazz. Often collaborating with others, he wrote more than 1,000 compositions. Tonight, we salute this master composer, director, musician, and his orchestra with their classics, Don't Get Around Much Anymore, Do Nothing Till You Hear From Me, Sophisticated Lady, and of course, It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing. By the way, if you want to get up and dance to any of these, feel free to do so. Just promise you won't step on any children or small dogs. That's all we ask. This is a very simple title with an exclamation point at the end. For good measure, Duke Ellington. Didn't see any dancing, but I saw an awful lot of finger snapping and toe tapping. Yeah, that's the whole idea. Composer, lyricist, actor, singer, dancer, you name it. If it had anything to do with entertainment, George M. Cohan had a role in it. Known as the man who owned Broadway in the decade prior to World War I, he appeared in more than 36 Broadway shows. In his lifetime, published more than 300 songs, including some of the great American standards like Over There, Give My Regards to Broadway, The Yankee Doodle Boy, and Your Grand Old Flag. A poignant note in history, if you're familiar with the film Yankee Doodle Dandy, starring James Cagney as George M. Cohan, one of the big tap dancing scenes in the movie happened to be filmed on December 7th, 1941, the day of the Pearl Harbor attack. Cohan was in ill health while that movie was being filmed and passed away 5 months after its release in 1942. Join us now as we salute a true red, white, and blue entertainer. This is the George M. Cohan Patriotic Fantasy. Well, we will continue now to salute great American entertainment icons, and one instantly recognizable by just one name, a nickname. Satchmo, the trumpeter, composer, and singer, key figure in the history of American jazz. He was also accomplished at scat singing, and just as he was known by his actual name and his nickname, the same could also be said of his talent, where he became just as well known for his gravelly voice singing as for his trumpet playing. We now salute another American music icon with this medley simply called Satchmo. Brian Pearson in the trumpet section getting a workout tonight. What do you think tonight? Are you in a good patriotic mood? Are you enjoying our music here this evening? We certainly hope you will be taking in the July 4th parade through downtown Ames. That gets underway at 10 o'clock in the morning. And make sure you look for the Ames Municipal Band members along with Dot Golemo. They'll be riding in the parade, striking up some tunes as they go as well. And the Ames Municipal Band will be making a special appearance once again this year with the annual Iowa Municipal Band Festival in Boone, July 9th. And this will mark the 25th anniversary of that great festival. The Ames Municipal Band will perform at 1 p.m. Of course, lots of other bands performing and ensembles performing in the park throughout the day. It's all at Herman Park on the south side of Boone. In addition to the host Boone Municipal Band, the Ames Municipal Band is the only one to have appeared in all 25 of those band festivals. That's worth a round of applause. Yes, indeed. Next week here in Band Shell Park, the pre-concert entertainment will be from the Ballard Community Band, and the Ames Municipal Band Dixieland Band will be in the park. Pre-concert as well. Our guest vocal soloist will be the always popular Chris Johnson. It's time for one of the traditional favorite parts of our annual July 4th Patriotic Concert, the Armed Forces Salute, the arrangement by Bob Loudon. It's our annual salute to the U.S. military and a personal thank you to all those in attendance here tonight who have performed service to our country in any of the branches of the U.S. military. We are very pleased to welcome back the members of the Ames Choral Society and Director Steve Hoyfelt, who will join us now as we bring you the themes from the U.S. Army, the U.S. Coast Guard, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, and the Navy. And as always, we ask that if you are a veteran or a current service member, we ask you to please stand when the theme from your branch of the service plays. An audience, please make sure you show your appreciation for these great Americans when they do stand up. It's time to put your hands together and show your pride now with the Armed Forces Salute. The Army. The Coast Guard. The Marine Corps. The Air Force. the Navy. Let's hear it for all our veterans and active service members once again, ladies and gentlemen. And to one and all, thank you for your service. Our hymn this evening is one that definitely stirs our patriotism, with words by Catherine Lee Bates, published in 1892, music composed by church organist Samuel A. Ward, added in 1910, along with the name we know it by today. Bates inspired to write the lyrics after visiting Pikes Peak in Colorado, and later on Samuel Ward inspired to set the lines of that poem, as it originally was, to music. Today it continues to inspire all of us as one of our most patriotic songs. With the Ames Choral Society, this is America the Beautiful. Nothing says Sousa and nothing says America more than our traditional finale for this concert. Sousa composed this work Christmas Day, 1896, while on a ship crossing the Atlantic as he made his way back to America from Europe after learning of the death of the manager of his band. He composed it in his head and then put the notes to paper after arriving back in the U.S. First performed in Philadelphia in May of 1897. The trademark piccolo solo will be supplied once again this year by the Ames Municipal Band's Heather Imhoff, and we invite you to stand and clap along with us the second time through the trio. We'll give you a big cue, and with the voices of the Ames Choral Society, of course, making it even more special. Ladies and gentlemen, our grand finale tonight, John Philip Sousa's The Stars and Stripes Forever. Under the direction of Dr. Michael Galimo, ladies and gentlemen, your Ames Municipal Band and the Ames Choral Society under the direction of Steve Hoyfeld. Once again, we thank all of you for being here with us on this very special evening in Band Shell Park. We hope you have a great 4th of July. Take care, everyone. We look forward to seeing you back here next Thursday night. And we'll do it all one more time with more fantastic music for you. I'm John Burnett Larkins on behalf of all the members of the Ames Municipal Band. Good night, everyone.